Swag drip drip, everybody tripping, slipping on my drip. Got swag and we drip. Got swag and we drip.
Welcome back, Swagteam. It's your boy, the Swagologist, back again with another SwagU movie review, and today we are doing Godzilla versus Kong. Now, this movie is epic upon epic scale, okay? I had to see this in a movie theater. Yes, I know it's available on HBO Max. Speaking of which, all of the films in the Monsterverse are now on HBO Max. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure you do that. It is a fun time for you, and if you want to watch all of the films, it'll take about at least 8 hours and some change to watch all four of the movies, because there's Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of Monsters, and of course Godzilla versus Kong. Now, I love this film for many reasons, but let me tell you what I went in there looking for. When I went into Godzilla versus Kong, I only looked for a couple of things. I wanted Kong to look awesome, I wanted Godzilla to look awesome, and they've already looked awesome in those previous films I've already mentioned, so I was expecting them to look just as awesome or even better. And then in this film they look even better, if that could be even possible. But a lot of that reason is because we got to see more of them throughout the film. Another thing, this is going to be a full review, so if you haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong, what are you doing? I mean, there's HBO Max, there's the movie theater, there's you, there's time. Make it happen, man. You gotta go see this thing, because it is definitely a must-see. This is an epic battle upon epic proportions. That's why I personally like to see it on a big screen, a 50-foot screen instead of a 50-inch screen. But I mean, I understand. If you want to watch it at home, do so, but do it now so we can get back to the topic at hand. But anyways, they looked even more amazing than they have in the other films. In this film right here, the epic battle commenced, and I love the fact that this film gave us not one battle between Godzilla and Kong, not two battles between Godzilla and Kong, not even just 3 battles with Godzilla and Kong. There was up to 4 battles with Godzilla and Kong. I mean, yes, what happens in the 4th and final battle, we'll get to it when we get to it, is little less than a battle, more of, you know, little cherry on the tizzop. But the first 3 battles were amazing, and every time we see Godzilla or Kong, there was some epic stuff happening on the screen, and I just couldn't get enough of that. Love every minute of that, and I loved how one would figure out something else about the other and adapt in each battle. You know what I'm saying? The first battle, of course, is the scene where you see that even with the first image of Godzilla versus Kong, where Kong just kicks back and just and gives Godzilla one of them whoopsie, but he didn't uppercut him like he did old boy in Kong Skull Island, but he did just chin check Godzilla. But hey, Godzilla, that's something that this movie really put your boy on. My man Godzilla got them hands. I did not know he had hands, but yes sir. You think Kong got hands, which he do, don't get me wrong, like I said, he already gave him that on the beginning. But hey, right after that, see what your little digital trailer tell you, Godzilla came back with a too, you know what I'm saying, and hit man and knocked him all the way back on his back, you know what I mean? Just put him on his back, son. In the very beginning, I'm like, yo, this gonna be some lit stuff here. He hits him with that, but then Kong gets smart on him, jumps a couple times around, you know what I'm saying? Because Godzilla may be the king of monsters, but King Kong, and in this case it's just called Kong. You notice that, right? Because Godzilla's the king of monsters, so they didn't want to be like saying King Kong is the king of monsters, but he is king on Skull Island, you know what I mean? Speaking of which, I thought it was interesting, let me double back, that they decided that Monarch is basically is the word encapsulated? It's not, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We're gonna say encased my man Kong in what looks to be Skull Island when we first see it, but you realize he's in a containment center being looked at, you know, observatory, if you will. And the reason being is because the storm that was in the outside of Skull Island, which you see in Kong Skull Island, has immersed the whole island. So it's done took over the island, so they encased him so he can still be in his natural habitat without being under this dangerous circumstances, as well as they already know Godzilla is not playing this whole Titans alpha titans other than him. He's the main guy. He's the alpha and omega out here when it comes to titans. You know what I mean? That's why his name is Godzilla for a reason. You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong, I love Kong. I love all of Kong's movies. I love seeing what he does in those, especially the Peter Jackson one where he's taking them T-Rexes and just like, wow, just cracking their necks open, straight savage. Love him. But Godzilla, I just know, is that guy. He ain't playing no games. He is the king of kings. He is the, you know, the top dog, the big cheese, the man with the plan, the OG, whatever you thinking, that's your boy, Godzilla. You know what I mean? He don't play that. If you think you gonna be an alpha and just we gonna be just out here doing things, I'm the only alpha out here. I will take you out. And even the lady that's over him could kind of says basically without saying, yeah, if Kong rolls up against Godzilla, he probably won't survive. Not saying Kong ain't gonna could handle his own, but it's just the fact that he won't bow down, he will end up dying, and Kong is needed. Even though Godzilla is definitely needed, Kong is needed. You know what I'm saying? And the movie expresses that in a great way, especially at the end. But I love how they look at that first battle. Like I said, Kong was like, wow. But then Godzilla was like, what? Wow. I was like, oh my God. Now the way Godzilla be winning this first matchup is because he is like water. Like water is like, if he goes in the water, oh, it's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be what you want. This is something that Kong ain't really about. Kong is about the wilderness, you know what I'm saying? Trees and stuff, see what I'm saying? There ain't no trees out here. You're in the middle of the ocean, right? It's over with. So you're taking them and he's just tunneling down. He's taking them, suffocating them. Luckily, the humans were there. Now, I know a lot of y'all have an issue with the humans in this film for some reason. For me, I like their story. Could their story have been better? Sure, but this is Godzilla versus Kong, not the humans. Godzilla and Kong. It's not that. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it. We would love to have a great story of humans going with a great story with the Titans, but I feel like the humans were key in this story for certain things that was happening. You know what I mean? Now, I thought it was interesting they decided not to do like a more direct Monarch versus Apex situation, and it was just all the like the girl from King of Monsters trying to figure out why Godzilla's not acting right, and her father, who is Monarch all the way now, is like kind of brushing it off and doesn't seem to understand, even though he helped, and she even brings that up to him. So that was kind of weird for that part. But I mean, I understood everything that was going on there, and then I also understood everything that was going on with Kong's side, where the lady, she's also Monarch, but the little girl that he's connected to, they have a strong bond, and I like their bond. I like what she reveals to us all, that Kong can read sign language. That jump was lit. I love that, because that's the thing that I know for sure about Kong. That's why I was kind of leaning toward, like, in this fight, I had no team. I wasn't hashtag team Kong. I wasn't hashtag team Godzilla. I was just like, I want to see a great battle. I want to see who wins. I love Kong, but my brain is telling me Godzilla, because this dude ain't no joke. And I really, really like this Godzilla, like the Godzilla we have now, our Godzilla, since 2014. I believe that's when that movie came out, Godzilla. I have it right there. But yeah, ever since then, that's our Godzilla, and that dude is no joke. I love this Godzilla, but I've always loved Kong. Like, Kong was my favorite before this same thing. So if I had to choose a hashtag, I would end up choosing hashtag Team Kong. But I love this Godzilla, man. So it's like, now I like love them both. But like, you know what I'm saying? My brain is Godzilla, my heart is Kong. But anyways, I love the fact that they showed us that Kong can read sign language, because Kong is more of the brains, and Godzilla, I thought, was just most of the bronze, but I feel like he knows more than he's letting on. But throughout the movie, you can definitely tell Godzilla knows a little bit more than he's putting on, though, for real, though. And I feel like these human characters do have more to do in the story than people are acting like they do. I mean, if it wasn't for the human characters, then Kong would have, took an L like multiple times in this film. Not because he's not smart, not because he can't handle himself. It's just because Godzilla is the upper echelon, above all Titans. And I still don't think Kong's I'm fully grown. I think he's grown. He's grown significantly since Kong Skull Island, but I don't think he's like fully grown. And he might be, but even still, an adult Skullcrawler almost took him out, and I think an adult Skullcrawler would get the work by Godzilla. But this brings us to the second round, and now the second round, boy, I swear for goodness, when they started the second fight in the matchup between Godzilla and Kong, boy, Bruce Buffer was up in that bitch like, it's time! 2 rounds for the Monster Alpha Titan Championship of the world. In this corner, standing at an obscene 102 meters, that's 335 feet, the King Kong. And in this corner, presenting the reigning, defending Monsterverse champion of the world, the Killer Godzilla. Bro, cause I swear to God, my man Kong was like, what? And Godzilla was like, eh? You know what I'm saying? And it was about to go down. But Kong was laying him with the wood. I'm talking about, I was like, oh my God. And then my favorite shot in the whole fight, said in all fights, is when boy had my man Kong literally had borrowed Stormbreaker from my man Thor and was like, damn. Well, I wanted to walk over to Godzilla and be like, you got knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? But he got hit so hard that one of the human characters was all like, Kong won that round. Or second round goes to Kong. I was like, yes, sir. But the thing that made me turn up the most, boy, Kong was like, after he knocked his ass out with Stormbreaker, he was like, bah! He got up and was like, and he had, fuck you thought, boy? What's wrong with you, boy? I was like, bruh. He just got straight to it on him. He wasn't playing no games, he wanted all the smoke. I'm talking about all the smoke Godzilla wanted. Kong had it ready for him. He wanted all of it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bruh, couldn't get over that. Love that. So Kong was the second round, but he went too early for the third round. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla was all disoriented, but he got up, shook that thing off, boy. He was ready for round 3. But like I said, Kong went on the smoke, boy. He was all like, I still can't get over that. That's my favorite scene. That's when Kong, after he hit him with the Stormbreaker, bah, I got up and was like, yeah, fuck you thought, boy. Right? So, like I said, though, he started round 3 a little too early because Godzilla shook it off and he was looking for him, couldn't find him. Kong was standing on top of a building, grabbed something, and threw it at him. Big mistake because, like I said earlier, I didn't realize Godzilla had hands. See, in the second round, the reason he lost to Kong, because Kong was giving him them hands, right? But all Godzilla was trying to do was win with his, like, one of his other advantages. Because, yes, he is, I forgot to mention in my Bruce Buffer, that he is 335 feet tall, whereas only Kong is 324. I think you can go back. I'll have, matter of fact, boom. That's how tall they are compared. You know what I'm saying? So, with not only that advantage, he also had the advantage of the atomic breath. So he's trying to atomic breath this man all day long, just Whoop, 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 whoop. That's my favorite thing, boy. You already know what time. If you hear this, whoop, 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 it's coming. The atomic breath is on the way. But all that second round, he was trying to blast him, and Kong was just outsmarting his ass, just jumping over his head, grabbing his head, about to hit him with the famous neck crack. But Godzilla was like, hit him with the atomic breath right when he was trying to crack that neck. Which I love. Like, they was doing both of the battle sequences that they normally go for. They was both trying to do it, and that jump was hard. I love that. But round 3, when he throws it at him, now he's like, all right, I gotta adjust. Because see, Kong adjusted the first time by realizing, okay, he's gonna try and hit me with his breath. He didn't hit me before, but he's gonna try to hit me with his breath, so I'm gonna keep jumping around. He ain't gonna be able to attack me. So now Godzilla said, you know what, I'm gonna put the breath away. I'm gonna hold that thing back, and I'm gonna give you these hands, boy. I'm gonna give you these hands. I'm gonna lay these hands on you real quick. So he was like, bah, bah. I was like, oh no. Then he hit him with the tail. I was like, bruh, stop it. Don't do my man Kong like that, B. Stop it. And then he was like hitting him with, kind of like Superman was doing, Steppenwolf and Daggone, the Snyder cut, just bow. I was like, oh man. Then he stood up and was like, I was like, okay, I see you, because he already hit him with the Goldberg spear and stuff. Then he got on top of him, like I said, it was hitting him with the Superman punches from Daggone Snyder cut. Then he stood up and stomped that man in the chest and was like, stay down. You know what I'm saying, basically. And I promise you, now I don't know if y'all noticed this, but after that third round was over with, but before it was like completely over, and he was standing on top, Godzilla was standing on top of Kong with his foot on his chest, talking to him. They communicated. They started communicating, and he was like, stay down, all right? I'm not here for you. This is what I got from when Godzilla was talking to Kong. He was telling Kong, he was like, yo, Kong, I'm not here for you, but I had to check you because you was coming at me sideways. I understand you're an alpha, I'm an alpha too, but this is bigger than us. I got somebody else that's trying to take our territory and does not belong here, and I gotta squash it because I don't deal with it. I don't like it when people are trying to take over the territory. And I feel King Ghidorah is here. I've already defeated him, but for some reason I still feel he's here. So this is bigger than us. But if you come at me again, I might have to kill you. Got it? You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, bitch? He yelled back at him. But then he realized, all right, you got me. Plus, he was too injured to be able to handle it, because not only was, I forgot to mention, if I break down to round 3, that he was giving him these hands, right? Godzilla now was giving Kong hands, right? But he also used his mouth tactically, ripped my man's arm out of socket. I was like, oh my goodness. That's when I realized things got real. When he flipped him over with his mouth on his arm, was like, wow, bang. I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? The ruthlessness of Godzilla was real right there. This moment, I was like, oh my goodness. Kong countered Godzilla, Godzilla countered Kong, and it was over with. You know what I'm saying? The fight was over, because they had bigger fish to fry. And sadly, what I was hoping, see, my mindset before, I promise you, before Godzilla vs. Kong, before I even seen the movie, because of what happened to King of Monsters, now I've told y'all haven't seen these films, I'm gonna talk about them, so hey, this is you, if you didn't see it. But at the end of King of Monsters, spoiler alert, King Ghidorah was killed, of course, by Godzilla in this film, and his head was just chilling, and somebody got it. Now, that's something I need to go back and watch. Again, I watched it, but I didn't pay attention to what group this dude was from, the evil guy in King of Monsters. I think he might have been part of Apex, which would be interesting, and it makes sense. And I mean, obviously he was, because that's who ends up with the head of Ghidorah. But I was thinking that because they ended up with the head of Ghidorah, it was going to be like a MechaGodzilla, which would have been lit. You know what I'm saying? Fire. But instead, they went with MechaGodzilla. When they found Hollow Earth, you know what I'm saying, with Kong using the little girl in their bond, which I really enjoyed. I know y'all don't like these human characters, but I really enjoyed their bond together. Once he used that to go down to Hollow Earth and actually make it this time, because they haven't been able to before, they got the power of the Titans put into MechaGodzilla, not thinking it all the way through, because of course it's going to make him a sentient being. This is sentient power juice, kind of like this reminds me of the Transformers and the Allspark. The Allspark is basically what they went and got from Hollow Earth for the Titans, put it into MechaGodzilla, and it was over with. Now, I'm hoping because of this revelation, you know what I'm saying, that they just got this power that can make non-beings sentient beings, that this might lead to a MechaGodzilla in the future, which would be lit. You know what I'm saying? And I need another Kong and Godzilla team up. And with with Godzilla being able to know exactly where Hollow Earth is, he can call up Kong at any time, because that's where Kong ended up going at the end of the film. And I like how now Kong can rule Hollow Earth while Godzilla rules Earth, if that makes any sense. Earth 616, whatever you want to call Earth. Regular Earth, our Earth. He rules that, or Kong rules Hollow Earth, and they can be able to be two alphas ruling in harmony, but they got respect. And I loved how they paid my man Kong respect by not making him bow down to Godzilla. He just threw down the axe and just stood in respect, and then Godzilla gave him the and you know, headed for a swim. You know what I'm saying? Probably maybe to another part of Hollow Earth. I'm not sure, because the place that he used to chill out, you know, in King of Monsters, it had to be blown up to revive Godzilla in that film. So I guess, you know, he's going to chill deep under the waters. But MechaGodzilla went hard. The only problem I had with him, he didn't look that cool. Like, he could have looked a little bit more like Godzilla, just metal, and that would have been mwah. So with MechaGodzilla coming out, sentient being, going crazy, screwing everything up, I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And Kong almost dead because Godzilla put that hurt to him with them hands in the third round, which I was not expecting. Once again, the hands was just ridiculous, because he could have killed him, then he realized what was happening, and he gave him that little talk I was talking about. This is where the humans come in. See, the humans are important, because if the humans wasn't here, my man Kong would have took this L and would have lost the L, as in his life. You know what I'm saying? But they used the heave that they used to go down in the Hollow Earth, revive my man Kong, and then Kong, even though he took the L in the fight, when it comes to Godzilla versus Kong, he took that L. He saved the day, because if it wasn't for Kong, Godzilla would have took an L real bad, because MechaGodzilla was giving Kong the business. I'm talking about putting the molly mop on him. I'm talking about taking him out in the trash. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, garbage can in that man. I'm taking it was ridiculous. I mean, literally had him like a trash bag. It was like how against all these buildings and stuff, just crashed into my man, took his head, boom. I'm like, man, Godzilla, get up. I'm like, at one point, I'm like, throw in the damn towel, because it was over with. But then, like I said, they revived my man Kong, gave him a juice, boy, and it was rap sitting in the basement. And right when MechaGodzilla was about to be real disrespectful and take my man Godzilla and hit him with his own move now by cracking the jaw and the jaw and the top lip back, and just spray that atomic breath right down his throat. Nah, King Kong said, no. Hit him with the tempo, got on top of him, and just like took his hand back, made him spray all crazy. Then he was like giving him hands. But MechaGodzilla has some cheating and stuff going on, because he was like, right when he did that, he used his missiles to get him off of him. Then Godzilla came in, and then they both tag teamed my man. But MechaGodzilla, like I said, got all these cheating mechanisms, so he's like shooting missiles and hit him with his little red atomic breath. Get that crap out of here. That junk is whack anyway. Old laser breath ass. You know what I'm saying? Just hating. Just a hater. So then, an unprecedented move, Godzilla sees Kong has the Stormbreaker, so he gave the Stormbreaker that juice, because we find out that atomic breath is part of that life source thing that they use in Hollow Earth, basically their Allspark I was talking about a few minutes ago. So he boosted up the Stormbreaker, and my man Kong went started going to work on MechaGodzilla, just hacking him, just taking him down a peg, you know what I'm saying? Just chopping his body up like it was some fresh onions ready for a spaghetti, boy. Just chop. Then he hit him with that daggone Bumblebee and Transformers, took that boy head and just and left nothing but spinal skeleton and head up, and just holding it up for the world to see, boy, because Kong is about that life, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with that old school Sub-Zero fatality move, and that was just nothing but Kong wins fatality. And I was like, let's get it, boy. That's how you end the film right there, boy. Like I said, I love that they didn't make my man Kong bow down after that, though. Like I said, he just stood there with respect, but he was ready, though, because he saw Godzilla come. He's like, hold up now. Hey, we talked about this. All right, I'll stand down, but I ain't gonna bow down. And then Godzilla gets said, respect. And then he just rolled out, you know what I mean? And that was the end of the movie. So my SwagU grade for Godzilla vs. Kong would have to be a solid A+. I would give it an A++, but the only reason I can't give it an A++ is because the Cuban characters, while as I feel like they were important to the story, yes, they could have had themselves a little bit more edgier story, a little bit more better story, with them like having some more conflict with the other humans. Like it could have been Monarch versus Apex or something, like the Apex people, instead of like the Kong and Godzilla people could have comboed to go against the Apex, instead of it just mostly being Godzilla going against them and Monarch not really even knowing that they're going against them. Like they had one of them with them, the daughter of the asshole that made the MechaGodzilla people, but it could have been a little bit better for them, because I didn't care about them whatsoever, but I didn't care about them going in. So technically, for all the stuff I wanted, it was an A++, but I'm gonna have to give it an A+ overall. But let me know how you feel about Godzilla versus Kong in the comment section below. Who do you think won? Who did you go for? Who are you still repping? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. Was it #Team Godzilla or #Team Kong? Let me know all of this in the comment section below, in the social media sites at the bottom. Let me know who you thought won the fight in general. Like I said, let me know your favorite part of the film. Like I said, my favorite part of the film is after the second round when he hit him with the Stormbreaker, and it was all like, he basically brushed his shoulders off and was like, you thought, you know what I'm saying? You ain't ready for these, you know what I'm saying? Don't make me have to hit you again, you know what I mean? It's like, he just got real gangster and thuggish right there, and I loved it. Kong is that guy. But let me know how you feel in your favorite part. Let me know. And if you like this review, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It helps with the channel. But if you didn't like it, I ain't tripping. Look at Jordan, I ain't pippin'. And until the next video, I love y'all 3000. I'll holla. Peace.